Joe here. This is Picks and Props with Joe. I am going to change this logo for the next show, so I'm not getting this awful shadow on my forehead, but right now you guys can laugh at it. It is a Monday, May 23rd, Picks and Props with Joe. Kicking off today, we have a green room full of cappers here looking to give you their best bets and props for the day. I'm excited for this show, and I want to thank everyone for being part of it. The whole thing about this show is it's us against the books, not against each other. I think our community needs to come together, put each other on some more winners. So you guys, we're going to kick it off. I am so excited for this. If you want to be part of this, make sure you send me a DM. It's easy as joining the StreamYard link. Remember, if you're trying to get into the show and you're not able to, I can only have 10 people in the green room at one time. So keep trying. As people come on and go off, there will definitely be made room. Now, the show will kick off at 1 o'clock Eastern on Wednesday. Just for the next 2 days here, we will be kicking off at 1:30 Eastern with some prior obligations. But let's get to the show, you guys. This show is, again, about us all coming together, hearing these best bets from the cappers in the Twitter world, in the Instagram world, and anywhere else people want to come in from. We're going to hear where to follow them on socials as well, so you guys can get their bets, their premium picks, their free picks, whatever they have going on. I'm going to bring in picks from Dave first. We'll bring him in here. Let's find out what he's got going on. Dave, how's it going?
Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I want to thank you for being the very first guest on this show. How's the morning treated you so far?
It's good. It's good. It's hot here in the desert, but we get by.
Whereabouts are you, Dave?
I'm in Arizona.
Okay, nice. Mm-hmm. Must be beautiful and hot there.
Yeah, it is.
Now, we have 12 MLB games today, 1 NBA, 2 in the NHL. I want to get to your best bet, but first, can you tell everyone where to find you on socials and how long you've been in the industry?
Yeah, so I'm Dave. My Twitter handle is Picks from Dave. I've been handicapping for about 7 years, but I'm new to Twitter. The end of last year, I was urged to join a contest and create a Twitter page, and I just kind of kept going. That's where I'm at now. I offer simplistic betting advice and information for most folks, because I feel like the novices are the ones that are coming to us for information. And there's a lot of shiny lights and misleading information out there. So I like to keep it simple. They're all 1-unit bets. They're all posted the night before so people can make their decision. And that's my page.
Awesome. I love it. Okay, what have you got for us today, Dave?
So I feel like a lot of people are talking about the basketball game. I did a video on my page, so I'm going to leave that for others. I'm looking at the Mets game, the Mets and the Giants, and I'm scratching my head as to why the Mets are getting so much plus money. I kind of see this as an even game at worst. The Peterson, who's pitching for the Mets, he's had a real small sample size, only 19 innings, but his ERA's under 2. And I think he's pretty good. Alex Cobb for the Giants, he's no gem himself. He got ripped for 7 runs last game. He ended up winning the game, but they were in Colorado, so it was a high-scoring game. I put the bullpens. I give the edge to the Mets. I give the edge to the Mets quite a bit offensively. So I'm seeing the game now at about 120, 125. Anything plus money, I would take this bet.
Okay, any thoughts on the total that we have here? We see strong trends for these teams when they match up, going under the total with 6-2 and 1 in the last 9 meetings, going to that under, and 7-2 and 1 and 1 in the last 10 meetings in San Francisco, hitting that under.
I do like the under in this game too. I'm not going to bet it just because I think Peterson isn't proven. He looks like he's a pitcher that's not going to give up many runs and hits, but we'll see after this game. I do lean to the under though.
Okay. Dave, thank you so much for joining the show. Can you just quickly recap where people can find you on socials and your best bet today?
Yep. I'm Dave from Picks from Dave. That's on Twitter. And my best bet today is any plus money on the Mets versus the Giants. Betting the Mets.
Okay, Dave, thank you so much for joining us here today. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks. Thank you. Okay, you guys, that was Dave. So, what I'm going to do for anyone watching this live or watching the recap, I am going to bookmark exactly where the cappers came in, gave their best bet, as well as their social handles so you guys can find these easily. Now, I'm going to bring in next Beth. Beth is here. Let's see what she's got going on. Beth, welcome to the show.
Hi, Joe. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Beth, can you tell us about yourself, how you got into this industry and where people can find you?
Well, I'm Beth, and then it's actually me and my husband. We've been doing this as a husband and wife team for like 10 years, and just love it. Love sports.
Okay, I love to
So,
hear that for sure,
and
Beth.
yeah, you can find us at Sport Wagering Ohio. That's our Twitter handle, and
Okay.
also our website is sportswageringohio.com.
Okay. You guys make sure you go check it out. Beth, what have you got for your best bet today?
Believe it or not, today mine is a horse race.
Okay, that's good. I'd
And
love to hear about some horses. What have you got for us?
yes, I've actually got the wagers. It's at Horseshoe, Indianapolis. Okay, it is I believe it's the fourth race. Yes, fourth race. And it's a 5 furlong allowance optional claiming on turf. And the horse is the number 6. It's
Okay.
Current Climate. Morning line odds were 12-1. So if you can, it's got Deshaun Parker on it, is the jockey. Really good.
Okay.
So if you can get it still at the 12-1, you could do like a win, place, and show for 25. It could probably get you $250 to $600.
Okay,
So
I like it. I
yeah.
don't bet a lot of horses, Beth. How long have you been betting horses for?
My husband longer than I, but I've gotten really into it about the last 2 years or so.
Okay.
And I do a lot with personally myself, I like the NYRA circuit, which is the New York Racing Association.
Okay.
So, and I do that. And we have data sets and stuff over if some of these other handicappers need them over on our website.
Okay, well, that is great. Beth, can you remind everyone where to find you on socials and then just recap your best bet there for us?
Okay, you can find us at our website. It's sportswageringohio.com, or here at Twitter at the @SPT_wagering_OH. And it's the number 6 Current Climate horse at Horseshoe, Indianapolis, race 4.
Okay, Beth, all the best in all your bets. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Thanks. See ya.
Thank you. Okay, you guys, Beth coming in with some horses here. That's what I like to see. I don't personally take a lot of horses, so I might tail her on that one. I am going to bring in Alex next. Let's see what he's got going on.
How you doing, Joe?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Can't complain. I like the slate today. I like what we got going on in baseball and basketball a lot today. I'm excited.
Yeah, definitely got some great games. 12th in the MLB kicking off later today. 1 in the NBA, of course, the playoffs. 2 on the ice as well. Alex, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got into the industry and what you have going on?
Yeah, so I started recently as an intern at Sports Grid, where I'm doing daily social media content and creating, giving my picks on TikTok and Twitter and things like that. And I've been big in the sports gambling industry. I've been a gambler myself for a long time now. Consider myself pretty good at it. I've been making myself money doing it for a couple of years. So I was like, all right, let's give it a shot. Let's start going public with it. And I'm having a lot of fun. A lot of awesome people on this community on Twitter in particular. A lot of awesome people like yourself. So it's been awesome. I'm having a blast doing it.
Absolutely. Yeah, it is a great community. And that's what this show is all about, us coming together instead of us against each other, because we do see a lot of people who think it is a competition with each other, and it's not. We're fighting against the books, you guys. Now, Alex, what have you got for us today?
So today I'm really looking at this Heat Celtics game, and I'm looking at that spread at -7 for the Boston Celtics, and I think that's a little bit too much for the Celtics. I like the Heat +7 tonight. The big news coming out recently is that Tyler Hero is not playing in this game, which is a big deal because he's obviously the sixth man of the year. He gets a lot of their points. And to me, that means that the Heat are going to do exactly what they did last game, which is double down on defense. Victor Oladipo is going to get a large role in the entirety of the game, not just the second half like last time where he had 4 steals. And I don't know if the Heat are going to win tonight. The Celtics season is on the line. They're going to, bring their A game today. Obviously, they're an incredible team. But 7 is a really, really big spread for a team that's down 2-1 in a series going up against one of the best defensive teams in basketball, who's going to be forced to play even more defense. The Heat are going to have to win with defense today with Hero out. So I really like the Heat +7 today. And then in the MLB, the Dodgers to cover and the Yankees to cover, a 2-team parlay. That's +190, man. That's a lot. I like that line a lot. +190 is a money-making line.
Okay, you guys, we have lost Alex there. Just having some connection issues. I'm going to bring my next guest into the studio. Let's see what he's got going on. Picks BLM, how's it going?
Going well. How you doing, Joe?
I'm doing great. Glad to see you on the show. We've been communicating on socials as of late. Can you tell everyone where to find you and what you've got going on?
You can find me at Twitter at Pips BLM. And man, we have premium plays every day. We give out a lot of free premium plays as well, just trying to help everybody win some money.
Excellent. How long have you been in the business now?
Professionally, probably the last 3 years. I mean, I've been a degenerate for like the last 6 or 7 years. But man, once you start actually getting into it and diving into it, you see a world of difference.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we can all wear degenerate with pride in this industry because it's definitely a great industry to be in. What have you got for us today with your best bet?
My best bet is going to be on the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's a little juicy at -135, but anytime I see the Pirates as favorites, it kind of opens my eyes, especially against a team like the Rockies. But the Rockies struggle so much on the road right now. Right now, they're 1-9 in their last 10 as road dogs. And the Rockies' bats have gone cold. Like, they scored 2 runs yesterday at Coors Field. So if you can't score at Coors Field, then you're definitely going to struggle when you get on the road. So, I like the Pittsburgh Pirates here. Chad Cole has been drafted for the last 2 outings as well, and I know JT Brubaker hasn't been really good, but I think the Pirates are a must play today. I think you maybe can even sprinkle some on a -1.5 too.
Yeah, I think this is a good way to go with it. You look at the Colorado Rockies, they have absolutely struggled on the road this season, going 5-10 on the road. So great way to take this game. Any thoughts on that total of 7.5? We have strong trends to the under when these two teams match up.
The only thing that scares me is Cole, and he can give that up by himself. So I wouldn't mess with the total. If I was taking it, I'd probably lean to the over. But I'd probably just stay away from that and I think the safe bet is the Pirates on this game.
Awesome. I like it. Okay, can you recap where people can find you on socials for all of your picks and also your best bet here today?
You can find us on Twitter at Pits BLM.
And your best bet today, again, was the Pittsburgh Pirates at -140.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, you guys, that was a great pick here, taking the Pittsburgh Pirates on the money line over the Colorado Rockies. Rockies have just struggled on the road, so I could definitely get there with the Pittsburgh Pirates. You guys all know, got a dear friend who is the first base coach there, so anytime I can bet the Pirates, I do like to as well. My next guest I'm going to bring in is married to sports. Let's see if he's ready to give us his best bet here. Hey, how's it going?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. We're getting a little bit of feedback on your side. I'm hearing myself talk. Do you also have the YouTube going?
Yeah, I cut it off.
That's
good now?
awesome.
All right.
Can you tell us about yourself, how you got into the industry and where people can find you?
Well, I've been a gambler, risk-taking type my whole life. And I've always been in the sports. So once sports betting became legal, it was kind of like a no-brainer for me. I studied the game, analyzed the game, particularly basketball and football. So again, once it became legal, it was just like a no-brainer. And I started betting as a hobby, but I've had some success early. So it's transitioned from something I was doing as for fun to something I started to take serious.
Okay, I like it. Where can people find you on socials then?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Married to Sports with the number 2 and sports with a Z.
Okay, great. What do you have for us for your best bet or prop today?
All right. Well, for today, I got the Heat. Oh, well, one thing, how I normally bet is sometimes I take the spreads, but most of the time I do parlays of just two parlays, not like a big long parlay to make a whole lot of money. But like today, I got the Heat on the money line with the under for plus 150. So I'll do something like that rather than laying the 7 with the Boston Celtics. I just take them on the money line with the under for plus 150.
Okay, I like it.
Say it again.
Oh, go ahead.
Also, I'm doing something on. I started sharing my plays on Instagram where I'm going from $10 to 10,000 in 10 days. This is something that I did personally for myself a few times. So I started sharing it on Instagram. It's only a $10 investment. I don't charge anything. I'm not like this professional handicapper or nothing. I don't charge for picks or nothing like that. But I post all my plays on the social media sites at Married to Sports, and you can follow me on there.
Okay, I'm rooting for you. Can you recap where to find you on socials as well as your best bet today?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Married to Sports. And my best bet is the Heat money line parlay with the under 20. It's 206.5 now.
Okay, thank you, and all the best in your bets tonight.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, you guys, that was a great way to take it. It's really interesting to hear other handicappers, how they do bet different games, what their strategies are. So I love that about this show. Next, I'm going to bring in Jack Wick's picks. Let's see what he's going on today. Jack, how's it going?
All good over here, Joe. Thanks for having me. How are you doing today?
I'm doing awesome. Thank you so much. Let's hear about you and what you've got going on.
Yeah, so I'm Jack, or also known as Jack Wicks Picks over on Twitter. I'm Twitter and Twitter only, so no Instagram for me. I'm not that pretty, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm just looking at one game today. One game is the only game that takes my eye, and literally every single minute I look, the line is dropping considerably, or the odds are dropping considerably. And it's going to be the Hamburg versus Hertha soccer game. The S word makes my skin crawl. It's football over here. So I will continue to call it football. Please forgive me. But I'm looking at the Hamburg versus Hertha in the Bundesliga today. Hamburg literally 5 minutes ago were plus 125 for on the money line, and now it's already dropping to 110. So get on it as soon as you can, because that is still really good value. I'm probably going to imagine by kickoff ends up being plus 100. And if you want to increase your odds a little bit more, you want to look at adding Robert Glatzel to score any time as well with that money line victory. If you want to take both, then do it. If you want to take both as a single, do, throw a couple units on both. You can, and like I said, if you want to increase your odds and put it in a little parlay, if you can, then do that as well.
Okay, Jack, I like it. Can you remind everyone where to find you on socials and then just recap that best bet for us?
Yeah, it's Jack Wicks Picks over on Twitter and Twitter only. And my best pick today is Hamburg at plus 110. Now it's just gone up, plus 110. And if you want to put a bit of sprinkle extra odds on there, it's Robert Glatzel to score anytime.
Okay, Jack, all the best in all your bets. Thanks for joining us here on
Cheers,
Picks
Joe.
and Props with Joe. Cheers. Okay, you guys, Picks and Props with Joe, just a short one today. We will be kicking off again tomorrow at 1:30 Eastern. Moving forward, I have cleared my schedule. The Joe Madden Sports Podcast is moving a little bit. We will kick off a daily at 1 p.m. Eastern. Definitely we'll have more guests in. We just had to have a quick, short, tight show today with prior obligations. Join me for Pocket with Joe in the next 9 minutes. You guys have a great day. Keep smiling, and you know the drill. Let's make some freaking money. Bye.